It is hot as hell in Florida. Wearing that faja in this heat, it ain't no joke. I'm just letting y'all know. So, welcome to Wednesday. I know I'm coming on here a lot this week because, honey, we got things to talk about. So, first things first, I was just on Surgery Buddy's page. My initials is all over it because I was connecting, suggesting surgery buddies. I was all over YouTube commenting, responding to comments. I was all over my emails. So I received one email. You all are probably like, what is she looking at every single time she look out the window? I'm going to show you guys. This is what I'm looking at. More houses and more cars. Anyhow, so I got an email. I'm not gonna disclose who the name of the individual is that emailed me, but she's kind of at a crossroads. You know what I mean? So what I mean, she's in the research stage of her surgery journey, and I wanted to respond in this manner because I'm sure that there are several of you guys in the same position, and she's on the fence. She's like, well, should I stay in the US? Should I go to DR? She's comparing apples and oranges. Should I there's not that many people that know about her journey. She can't go to people that don't know. So who's she gonna email? Me, because I know. But I know that there's so many of us out there. So she's just like many of us mothers are single parents. I was a single mom. I'm married now, but I was a single mom. I know how it is. So I could relate that way as well. And she's looking at it on a financial standpoint. Well, here is this amount of money if I stay in the US. If I go overseas, is this. I'm going to be away from my kids for an extended period of time, which, yeah, I'm taking my glasses off, is very depressing. It can get to you. You will feel, if you're at some of those recovery houses, you will feel like your ass is in a bird cage, trapped, looking out. What is this? Ali's toy. This is the bird cage. Y'all gonna be looking out like this all day, all night, like this. And I'm just keeping it all the way real. Can it get to you? Yes, it can get to you. But at the same time, I'm putting the glasses back on because my eyes are hurting. Anyhow, so you will miss your kids. To be honest, what I did was, which I couldn't communicate with my children. Thank God my mom took my kids to LA somewhere and they were having a grand time during this time frame. But I have a serious support system. Like my sister live around the block, like everyone in my family lives around the corner. And I promise you, I could not have done this without the support of my family. So that is one thing. If you are a single parent and you do not have the support of your family, choosing the option to have plastic surgery out of the country, within the US, you need to wait until you have a stable support system. Because when I tell you guys that this is a long ass road trip past Orlando, past Tallahassee, and y'all know Florida is big as hell. It takes us 7 hours to get out of here. past whatever, you guys are gonna be in the car on with labeled surgery journey for about 6 to 8 to a year worth of time, 6 to 8 months to a year. You're all gonna pass exits and you're not gonna be able to get off. It is going to require support. So one, if you do not have the money within the US and you feel like you want to stay within the US, I suggest that you save some money or you credit it. And then you're also going to need the support of your family. If the baby daddies is not in the picture, the husbands, the ex-boyfriends, no. Unless you have a really good support of your family, really good support of your friends, then I could say yes, but you are going to need help. You are going to have to schedule your surgery around when the kids are out of school, but you're still going to need help. If you go to DR, will it be cheaper? Yes, but when you come back here, you're going to spend some money to maintain your body and maintain the result that you're going to anticipate is going to come in a few months, which means you're going to pay to get massages. You're going to pay to keep up. You're going to have to change your faja every single minute, take it in every single minute. You're going to have to buy boards and foams and sit upright and get a recliner. Like, it's just going to cost money. So either way, whether you stay here in the US or whether you decide to go overseas, it's the number one rule of thumb. Make sure you research your doctors. You do not want to go to no doctors that has deaths under he or she. Don't do it to yourself. It's not worth it. Your life is not worth the risk. Make sure your doctor is reputable. Make sure the company that he works for is reputable. If the office keeps on changing their names to go from, what is this one down here in Florida that keeps on changing their name? Whatever anesthetic to Miami anesthetic to Fort La. No, do not go to that doctor. I don't care if I'm a surgeon and I am still sitting in a doctor's office that keeps on changing the name every single minute when my partners are having death underneath them. Why am I still sitting there? Why don't I just open up my own company, my own practice? No, don't go to them. Why would you go to them? Why? So make sure, and then if you know of a family member that may have went to Dr. Patel, I'm making it up, and that family member looks great, and you're like, oh, you know what? Maybe I should go to Dr. Patel because, you know, Dr. Patel is an hour away, but man, Keisha's body looks good. But what can Dr. Patel do the same thing for me, what he did for Keisha? And how much is he charging? And what am I going to actually get for the money that he's charging? You know, I urge everyone, get quotes here in the US, get quotes there, you know, overseas, but make it all make sense to you. You know what I mean? Make it all make sense to your family. Make sure it all makes sense to your pocket. Make sure that you feel happy about your decision. Make sure you do your research. Make sure you check the doctor out thoroughly, especially if you're in the United States. You could know anything about those doctors. You could just look it up. Make sure you know you check their albums, because I have seen recently some people that have had tummy tucks here in the United States, and with all due respects to all the doctors and the surgeons, but I am sorry, it is pathetic. Like, I would never pay 7, 8, and some of them had it with like muscle repair, and I'm like comparing my picture, who knows, I'm looking compare. Sometimes the definition is just not the best. Sometimes, you know, it just doesn't look right. Like, the outcome of it doesn't look right. But the moral of me rambling is that I will support you guys in any decision that you make. Make sure, but I will never make it for you. Make sure that you have a strong support system whenever you choose to have plastic surgery. Make sure that you have some money saved up, whether you choose to go overseas or you stay here. The aftercare is expensive. And I've said this time and time again, but it is real. Make sure that you also save up in case you encounter any complications here as well as overseas. Make sure that you do your research. I think I said it before, but who knows? I'll say it time and time again. And make sure that you personally is happy with the decision that you make. Okay, and I'm gonna do a video on one of these days on whether or not I was nervous or not. Like, surgery buddy reached out to me this morning, and she was telling me that she's kind of nervous about her process, but I'm already coming in at 11 minutes. Maybe I have a few more minutes. You guys don't care. Hell yeah, I was nervous. So let me tell you, I've been waiting to tell you guys the story. So my initial plan was to go to DR, stay 2 days in a hotel, and then move on to the recovery house because I know myself. Like, I'm a person, I need to get my mind right. I need to pretty much just prepare myself. But my surgery buddies were staying at the recovery house. So they're like, no, why would you stay at a hotel by yourself? Because I know myself. But anyhow, I said, okay, fine, let me go. So I decided to go to the recovery house. Man, the first night at the recovery house, I saw all these women hunched over and the freaking walker and shit. And I was just like, oh my God. And then they start talking about the pain that they go through, the whatever, whoop-de-whoop. Girl started having a panic attack. I had to excuse myself from the dining room table. And again, I went to the security bars on the house, and this was me wanting to get the hell out. I wanted to jump the fence. This is still me. I wanted to jump the fence. I wanted to haul ass. So I immediately called my husband. This is the phone. So I was like, babe, listen, you know what? Like, oh my God, like, I just want to just abort this. I want to leave. And he was like, Shani, seriously? Honestly, you need to calm down. Like, you're there for a purpose. Like, just, you know, just ignore everything. Just shut it all out. I'm still on the phone. Just shut it all out. Just do whatever. So I was like, okay. He was like, don't worry, you'll be fine. Whatever. The next day, I was fine for the rest of the night. The next day, I went to Dr. Medina's office. Oh, shit. Then I got, let me find one of Allie's books. Then I got me a damn packet that looks like a telephone damn directory that looks like this. And I was just like, oh my God, what is this? Like, I'm signing my life away. Like, what the frig? Whatever. Didn't read shit. Signed it all. Paralegal. Whatever. Didn't read shit. Anyhow, I signed it all. Went to see her. She's like, well, you know, what, are you nervous? I'm like, absolutely. You know, my main concern is that I have a lap band. Like, I don't really want it to explode on me. You know, she was super sweet. She calmed me down. She says, listen, it's me. You're going to be fine. I'm going to take care of you. I'll never allow that to happen to you. And I'm like, well, thank God. She calmed me down. I was fine. Following day was surgery. When I tell you I was nervous, I think I was just pale white. Like, it was written all over my face. Like, girl, get on the next flight and get the hell up out of here. Because you know, I could get on the next flight. Because I already told y'all my husband worked at the airline. So getting my ass out of there is never an issue. So finally, I was there, nervous as hell at the clinic at like 6 o'clock in the morning. So I went to see the psychiatrist because, you know, you got to get another freaking reading before you decide to go on in. So she's like, you know, you look nervous. And I said, yeah, I am. So she reassured me. She's been there how many years? They've never had any issues, whatever. You're going to be fine. So I said, okay, cool. So I walked out of there, still nervous as hell. I'm like, man, whatever. So George, Medina's transportation head, or I don't know who he is, his full title, but anyhow, he's like within her group. He must have saw on my face that I was about to tell him, listen, George, what you need to do is take me and my boppy and my backpack, and let's freaking abort this mission real quick. And he came to me and he was like, are you okay? I said, absolutely not. And then he said, don't worry, you're gonna be fine. You're in great hands. Like, I've been here how many years? There've never been any issues. Whatever. The man must have known that I was about to abort. The man gave me a hug. He kissed me on the forehead. Lo and behold, who started calling my name? I was first up to have surgery. They were like looking for me. So I praised God that I was the first person to go in, the first person to get the blue pill, and my ass was knocked out with my phone in my hand, responding to texts and shit. And I woke up to Dr. Medina's smile telling me, Barbie, you are a beautiful Barbie. I was like, thank God. Whether I was a beautiful or an ugly Barbie, I was just so happy to be awake. So it is normal for you to feel nervous. It is normal for you to want to abort the mission. So I hope I made you guys laugh, especially my surgery buddies who are going to have surgery next week. And you guys are going to remember me telling you that you are going to look like, what is this? Is this a tiger or something? Whatever. You're going to want to escape. All right? So have a good Wednesday night. Maybe I should put my phone down, because I have to put my phone down. Sometimes if I don't, I'm going to continuously respond to messages, even though I love you guys and I want to talk to you guys. But maybe I should put my phone down and watch Orange is the New Black. All right. Love you guys. Guess what tomorrow is?